At the beginning of the movie, we see a busy shipping port in Hong Kong. There, a massive container is being loaded onto a truck. These containers move to different cities across the country under heavy security. Inside one such container, there are countless dollars, and within that same container, we see a man named Ivan. Ivan is the main character of this movie. The container is opened, and after being checked under strict security, Ivan is allowed to step outside. All these dollars have come to Hong Kong from Spain, totaling $1.5 billion. Once the delivery is complete and the dollars are counted, Ivan will receive a 3% commission, which is approximately 380 crore, or $3.8 billion. This is the exact agreement made with Ivan in exchange for bringing these dollars to Hong Kong. After this, the story shifts back a few years, where we learn about Ivan's past life. We also discover the reason behind Ivan's current situation. Ivan is seen arriving in front of a large hotel while driving a Ferrari. He bears his own expenses by working as a valet, parking the cars that arrive at this hotel. After finishing his work at night, Ivan returns to his house while soaked in the rain. Ivan has a father and a mother in his family. As soon as Ivan enters the house, he shows his day's earnings to his mother, which makes her very happy. His mother tells him that Ivan should spend some time with his father after work. This is because his father loves him immensely and wants Ivan to spend a little time with him. Although Ivan's family's financial condition is currently poor, there was a time when their situation was very good. Ivan's father once started a large catering service business by taking a loan from a bank. Even though the business runs very well at first, Ivan's father's business collapses when an economic recession hits the country. Seeing his father's condition, Ivan decided in his childhood that he would become the owner of a lot of money in life by any means necessary. After the business is ruined, Ivan observes that his father does nothing else but watch the news on television and hurl abuses at the government. He has no other work besides this. As time passes, Ivan takes a valet parking job at a large hotel to try and support his family. Since influential and wealthy people frequent the hotel, Ivan always thinks about how to build good relationships with them. Ivan always dreams of becoming rich very quickly by doing business with the help of powerful people. He is constantly searching for new business ideas. One day, he shares a wonderful business idea with his friends so that they can all start a business together in a partnership. Ivan's plan is to buy flats at a low price, customize them, and then sell them at a higher price. Since this requires a massive investment, his friends refuse the offer. At the same time, they begin to make fun of Ivan's financial situation. In the next scene, while working at the hotel, Ivan spots a man named Laris. Laris is a sitting minister of the current government. Laris is so intoxicated that he cannot even walk properly. He falls to the ground before even reaching his car. Ivan quickly pulls Laris up and offers to take him to his destination, and Laris agrees. Ivan's eyes are actually on Laris' briefcase. He wants to see what is truly inside it. Ivan drives Laris around for the entire night. Consequently, he gets plenty of time to check the briefcase. Upon opening the briefcase, Ivan is stunned because he has never seen so much money together before. Ivan removes some money from there and stuffs it into his own pocket. As soon as it is morning, Ivan arrives at the destination mentioned by Laris. Laris meets a woman named Mary and has come to deliver that briefcase to her. Ivan utilizes this very opportunity. He traps Mary in a web of words and manages to convince her that he can do a better job than Laris. He states that whatever the job may be, he has no problem doing it. At the same time, he begins to badmouth politicians. He says that politicians stab the person they work for in the back and also steal from them. When Mary checks the briefcase then, she sees that there is indeed less money than calculated. This is because Ivan had already removed the money from the briefcase beforehand. Mary then asks Ivan to do delivery work for them. In reality, Ivan's confidence has impressed Mary. For every delivery, Ivan will receive 10,000 euros. If Ivan can work correctly, his income will only keep increasing every month. Since Ivan was waiting for an opportunity exactly like this, he agrees immediately. The next morning, Ivan goes to a man named Javi's house to deliver a horse. Javi has given the horse to his daughter Sonia as a birthday gift. Afterward, Javi questions Ivan and learns that he has newly joined the work for Mary. Ivan is also a resident of the same city where Javi grew up. At this stage, we learn about the history of Javi's economic transformation. At one time, Javi worked in a coffee shop. During that time, he built strong relationships with big and powerful individuals. He has achieved success today through their support. According to today's deal, Javi will send a briefcase full of money for Mary through Ivan. Ivan has been sent here on the pretext of delivering the horse for this very reason. Ivan thought the task would be easy, but in reality, the work is much harder than that. At the same time, he must demonstrate honesty and prudence here. On the way back, when the police stop Ivan's car on the road to check it, they find a briefcase full of money. When the police ask where he got so much money, Ivan claims that these are all the funds from selling his house. He says he has just returned after selling one of his houses. The police do not believe his words, and to extract the truth, they grab Ivan and slam him against the car. At this stage, Ivan boosts his own confidence and starts threatening the police. Ivan, in turn, scolds the police and says that if they overdo it, he will call their boss and inform him of everything. He adds that he has known their boss for a long time. Therefore, the consequences of bothering him will not be good at all. The police do not harass him further and let him go. Here, we learn that these police officers actually work for Mary. Basically, Mary arranged this entire drama primarily to test how well Ivan can handle such complex situations. After the briefcase is delivered to Mary, she gives Ivan some extra money for shopping along with his due payment. Because he completed this mission so well, Mary has started to trust Ivan immensely. The next morning, Mary introduces Ivan to her husband, Francis. Francis is the son of a notorious diamond mafia. He also runs a foreign currency business. Ivan continues to do the delivery work with Mary very successfully. Because of this, large sums of money are coming into his hands, allowing for a luxurious lifestyle. Mr. Tools is also Mary's partner. He has created an excellent system for laundering black money and is currently operating through it. In exchange for this work, Mr. Tools also takes a 3% commission. In the following scene, while Ivan is talking to his mother on the phone, he sees the same man on television whom he saw at the restaurant with the young girl. On the television, the man's wife is standing with him. Ivan realizes that this man is deceiving his wife and carrying on an extramarital affair. Ivan devises a plan to trap this man. Following the plan, Ivan tracks that man and his girlfriend and arrives in front of their hotel. He then waits for them to leave the hotel. This man's name is Louis. Once Louis leaves the hotel with his girlfriend, Ivan enters the building. He manages to pay a cleaner there so that Ivan can install a hidden camera in the room where Louis is staying. However, unfortunately, a security guard named Yannick is observing Ivan's activities. Yannick catches Ivan red-handed. Initially, there is a struggle between them, but later Yannick makes a deal with Ivan. In exchange for providing help, Yannick demands a half-partnership in Ivan's work. Having no other choice, Ivan is forced to accept. Now, Yannick sets up the camera with his own hands. The video they obtain from this will be more than enough to frame Louis. By this time, Ivan realizes that Yannick is a perfect partner for him. This is because Yannick is both smart and clever at the same time. Afterward, they spend the entire night partying at a nightclub. Anyway, Ivan later goes to meet Louis along with Yannick. By showing the video footage, they force Louis to work for them. Louis is left with no other option if he wants to save his own reputation. Ivan's next plan is to transfer money from Spain to Switzerland and open a branch in Louis's city. Louis's help is needed the most to accomplish these tasks. Ivan does not know yet that a special police team is monitoring today's party. This team is led by a senior police officer named Roy. Roy hears Ivan's name for the first time as a new member of the money laundering ring. Gradually, with Louis's help, Ivan becomes acquainted with high-profile people and increases the speed of his work. At the same time, he learns everything about how to run this business. Louis gives Ivan priority by portraying him as someone trustworthy and special in front of everyone. Because of this, others also start to trust Ivan. After finishing the work there, Ivan comes to meet Mary. He then shares his business plan with Mary. Although Mary is happy with this, her main cause of concern is Javi. This is because Javi will never accept Ivan giving time to two different places like this. Instead, Javi will try to put Ivan in danger. Ivan promises that he will not snatch away Javi's clients. He intends to move forward in his own way. Afterward, the scene shifts, showing that Ivan has fully flourished in his business. Over time, his business has grown immensely. Cash has started flowing into his hands in abundance. One day, at a meeting, Ivan encounters Javi and Sonia. Javi is already angry at Ivan because he has pulled Javi's clients toward himself. Javi tells Ivan in very harsh language to stop all of this. However, Ivan is not the type of person to listen to such things. He continues to carry out his work in his own way. Then, suddenly one day on the road, Javi's men attack Ivan. They beat up Ivan and Yannick quite badly. After this incident, Ivan directly confronts Javi. Since Ivan is working in Javi's area, he offers to give Javi a 30% share of the profits. He does this so that there is no conflict between the two of them. Javi happily accepts Ivan's proposal. Ivan is now earning a lot of money, and as a result, a great deal of arrogance develops within him. When Ivan is told about his arrogance, he becomes extremely angry upon hearing it. Ivan's stance is that the person earning the most in their community should be respected the most, which Ivan believes he deserves. Therefore, from now on, everyone must speak to Ivan with respect. Mary then informs Ivan that news has reached her husband Francis, that the police are investigating Javi. If Ivan's name comes up during the investigation, Ivan will also be in danger. For this reason, Mary tells Ivan to stop his activities for a few days. But Ivan does not listen to her at all. Instead, he begins to plan how to expand the business even further. After leaving a party one day, Ivan's eyes fall upon the police officers stationed in the parking lot. Ivan goes up to them and says that he wants to meet their boss. They bring Ivan and Yannick to the senior officer, Roy. This police officer, Roy, was in charge of the investigation against Louis a few years ago. Ivan states that he is ready to help the police in every way. He claims that all the money from the work he has done so far was given to his boss, Javi. He offers to give all the evidence against Javi to the police, but in return, the police must give him protection. Nevertheless, Ivan makes another plan to keep himself even safer. He meets Sonia and proposes to her. He takes her to Paris for a week-long trip. After arriving in Paris, he fulfills her every demand to keep her occupied. By doing this, he completely charms Sonia. Then, suddenly one day, Sonia sees the news of her father's arrest on television. Because of this, she starts hurrying to return to Madrid. She does not know that Ivan is fully involved behind her father's arrest. When Ivan returns to the city, Sonia catches Ivan with other girls. Sonia realizes that Ivan was just playing a game of fake love with her. Now, since Javi is in jail, Ivan wants to deal with his clients, but Mary directly refuses. This is because since Javi is in jail, his client list might also be with the police. If Ivan tries to handle those clients now, he might fall into danger. Ivan now listens to Mary and stops his business for a while. Ivan then wastes all the money he had saved by partying and traveling. Within a few days, Ivan loses everything and returns to his mother. Upon arriving, he learns that his father passed away some time ago. Now, Ivan is his mother's only support. So, Ivan starts thinking about what kind of new business can be started. During this time, he learns about the Chinese mafia. Ivan meets Louis and gathers information about a man named Tony. Tony basically stays in this country and sends people's black money to China to be laundered. However, the method Tony uses is very old, which is why Tony's men would occasionally get caught by the police. The next day, Ivan comes to meet Mary. He informs Mary about the deal with Tony. But a problem has arisen elsewhere. The security system in Switzerland is now so strong that bringing or taking dollars from Switzerland is almost impossible. Moreover, clients are now demanding cash, which is creating even more problems. However, Ivan has a solution for this problem. He takes Mary along and goes to meet Tony. There, he tells Tony that he will transfer the money stuck in Switzerland to Tony's Chinese accounts. In exchange, Tony will give them cash. Everyone likes this plan of Ivan's, and the operations begin accordingly. To celebrate this joy, Mary and Ivan come to a restaurant. A little later, Javi and Sonia appear there. Javi has found out by now that Ivan is the one who told the police everything against him. Similarly, Ivan has also deceived Sonia. Javi has completely closed his case by bribing the police with money. Javi threatens Ivan that he will not stop until he takes revenge for everything. A short while later, Mary receives a phone call and learns that a girl from their software engineering department has leaked the Swiss bank account list and sent it to the police. Because of this, Mr. Tools and Mary's husband Francis have fled with all the money they had. Now, it does not take long for Ivan and Mary to realize that they are in grave danger. As the two of them try to escape, the police chase them. But from the middle of the road, the men of that Chinese client Tony pick them up. Afterward, the two are seated in front of Tony. Tony himself is in danger because his name has also appeared on the police list. Tony thought that Ivan had informed the police about him. Therefore, he wanted to kill both Ivan and Mary. When Tony's men are about to shoot Ivan, he cries out, asking for one last chance. This is because he has a very important plan. Afterward, Ivan takes the responsibility upon himself to deliver Tony's money to the right place. To deliver all the money from Spain to Hong Kong, he himself will remain hidden inside the container. There is a lot of risk in this plan, and Ivan could even die. Nevertheless, this was his only way to escape from Tony's hands. At the same time, if Ivan reaches Hong Kong, he will also be free from the eyes of the police. Then, according to the plan, Ivan reaches Hong Kong by taking the money in a container. This is the very scene we saw at the very beginning of the movie. Ivan was happy thinking that he would get $3.8 billion for this delivery. But suddenly, the Hong Kong police arrive and arrest him. Afterward, Ivan is sent back from Hong Kong to Spain. He only prays in his heart that a good lawyer will fight his case and reduce his sentence a little. But the lawyer informs him that Ivan's jail time is set for a minimum of 15 years. Having no other choice, Ivan now thinks about bribing the senior police officer, Roy, to finish the case. That does not work either, because Roy is a very honest and dedicated police officer. Later, Ivan learns that Mary actually framed Ivan to the police just to save herself. Afterward, Ivan sees on the news that Tony has also been caught by the police. Finally, Ivan feels that his parents were right. They always told Ivan to walk on the path of honesty.